First of all, I come from Shanghai, Caterina, my name, Italian name, Chinese name is Zhang. So we founded this Genesis Open Lab together with a group of hackers, engineers, and new media artists. So what we are focusing doing is that we try to combine the traditional art, with the most edge-cutting technologies. So this is also because the group, we have very strong background in VR, AR, interactive technologies, and also like 3D animation, etc. So we are trying to do sort of experiments, and today I have brought the latest 3 pieces of works here to present to you. So among these 3 pieces, 2 of these works are made in Shanghai by hackers and new media artists, engineers in Shanghai. 1 piece is from our friend Wei Dong in San Francisco. I included inside. And so the first one, the idea of this project is called the multi-dimensional representation of Oriental art. So normally in China, we have this habit that people like to appreciate the conventional forms of art like paintings and sculptures, but very few people are doing this kind of combination between high-tech and art. So we want to, through our effort, to let people to see a different interpretation of art, including the Chinese traditional classic art elements such as calligraphy, ink painting, Chinese realistic painting, and also some other like traditional furniture, etc., to display it by using the modern digital tools. And the first piece of work is called Night Souls. This is made based on the very famous Chinese poetry called Jing Ye Si. And this poetry is made by a poet called Li Bai in Tang Dynasty. Tang Dynasty is the most prosperous period of time in ancient China history. It's between the years 600 to 900 AD. So the poem in Chinese is like this: 床前明月光，疑是地上霜。举头望明月，低头思故乡。 What does it mean is that it expressed the feeling of love and nostalgia of the poet when he was traveling outside his homeland. So this poem has been circulated through generations and generations among Chinese. So we choose the poem to represent and reimagine the environment of the time that the poet created this poem. So we did a lot of studies and researches because there's no ready-made materials which can explain how the author looks like, or how the hotel looks like, the inn looks like, what kind of mood he was having when he was writing the poem. So we have to go through all the history books and culture books to collect all these different materials and putting them together. And there are some English versions of translation of the poem. This one, we like it most. So it's right here. You can feel a little bit the spirit of the poem. And then we can have a look at the video of the work we finally made. So this is a 5-minute video. Unfortunately, we are not able to present it live here because with VR technology, it's more dynamic when you feel it immersive with the helmet.
李白的，当然是我们古代非常有名的是李白的一首《静夜思》的这首诗，作为我们在这个开放实验室里的首创作品的体验。在这个作品中，我们体现到了几个元素，有古诗词、书法，然后中国画和古代场景的呈现。我们这一次要带着现代人，我们 们自己去回归到李白当时做这首诗的场景和他的感受。《静夜思》这首诗呢，是特别能代表中国人的思乡之情的一首诗。在这个作品中，其实我们会面临到非常多的挑战。比如说怎么呈现唐朝李白当时做这首诗的时候的建筑的美，然后环境的美，同时在古诗词的制作方式、句式方式、书法整体的一个书写的方式，其实我们都做了大量的文献的参考和场景的重现，让中国国外的受众都能够更好的去感受中国古典元素的美，然后能感受到中国式的爱的表达，家的对家思念的表达。那同时里面也会有一些现代模式的功能互动和泼墨书法的这么一个内容呈现。那我也希望这样的一个作品能够广受大家的好评，也欢迎大家对作品提出宝贵的意见。
Action. So this we made the video in the laboratory after we done the work. So here you can see this we reconstructed the bedroom of the inn where the poet stayed in Yangzhou. So here there's a divider. On side there is the Chinese traditional realistic painting, which is very popular during the Tang Dynasty. And through the interaction, the scene changes to the other side of the room. Here is the living room. He stayed. And on the wall, this is the Chinese ink painting of Tang Dynasty and calligraphies. You can also see the construction of the house, the beams, windows, lamps are all made according to the characteristics of the furnitures and architectures of that time. So outside the window there is the moon, which is also the main scenario of the poem. And there is stationaries for Chinese ink painting and writing. This is the cup used for drinking wine during that time. And then in the front appears the poem written. It's a quatrain, 4 lines, 5 characters each line, written in flowing ink. And here, this part, we made a small game to let the viewer to do some experiment for ink writing with the brush. These 3 characters is the name of the poem called 静夜思 Night Thoughts in Chinese. And of course, you can also do some game writing in the air. This is all done with Unity game engine. And finally, there's a And here, in this reel of paper, the stem represents the name of Li Bai, which is the poet. So this is the first piece of work we've done. And then for the second piece of work, we use another kind of technology, which is often used in architecture, building, construction industries. So we can go through this part. These three artists, engineers, they explain how are the
当人数到达一定的积累之后，二维的画面就会穿越到三维，实现一个多维的感觉。在这个作品里面，想把这些跟佛学里面的禅意、道家里面的天人合一，也是西方现在所说的那个人与自然之间很自然的那种互动的感觉，去尽量的表达出来。
这是我们作品呢，主要采用了3个关键点的技术。第一个呢，我们采用实体3维模型的方式去通过数码相机来拍摄整个场地，然后通过技术形成了这个3维的真实性的带有贴图和反身非常高的一种技术。然后第二种呢，我们做好这个模型以后呢，我们要进行这个Unity 3D 的引擎，进行骨骼捕捉是现场的人跟人数能对应起我们的影片内容。第3个，我们要采用人力捕捉方式，就刚才做好的这个Unity 3D Unity 里面内容，通过人体的捕捉，让它更好的互动。
从选体上面的话，因为你想找到一个现成的水墨的这种效果的模型的话，现场是没有的。那我们只能是通过山水的这个创作的一个过程，找不同的场景，找自己合适的场景来进行一个数据采集。寻找这个场地的过程的话，首先我们先通过现在百度啊或者各方面的电子地图，然后先找一个2维的后期的一个模型的一个精修，然后把所有的模型都具体起来之后呢，然后再进行提色创作。
这个包老师拍的这些东西，我们进行2次加工，你要通过自己根据画的内容进行艺术化加工，把这些加工出来的东西达到一种梦境重现的效果。然后呢，还要重新塑造山的形状，然后把山的群体排布，再加上一些可变性的一些一些树，然后太阳、阳光、天气这些组合起来，形成一种美妙的画面。
我们会在后续会通过各种修改、各种技术的补充，尽量实现我们的对于人与自然的这么一个理解，让大家明白人和自然是无时不刻在交互。
This piece of work is done based on the original material called Oriental mountains, which is one of the top 10 most famous Chinese painting in the history. So we used one section within this original painting. So there's a sensor detecting the number of people in front of the artwork. When the number of people reaches a certain number, the content of the display will be changed from 2 dimensions to multiple 3 dimensions. This part is where we apply the technology of motion capturing and also reality modeling. So, yeah, the last part which you have seen actually is the most difficult part, the most challenging part. The technology that we have applied usually is used in the architectural industries. So by using these technologies, we realize we are able to let the work to transform from to change from the reality to have a collision between the real and the virtual world. And this is the second piece of work. And then the third piece is made by Wei Dong, our friend in San Francisco. Here we have made a short video also about this piece. And the original painting used is of Chen Rong in Song Dynasty. It's called Five Dragon, the original painting. So it's also one of the most famous ink painting in Chinese history. So this is the complete painting in primitive status. And Wei Dong has used the WebGL technology to create the interactivity between the work and the people. So we also did the video in our lab. So this work invites the audience to participate in the creation of the work when the viewer stands in the front and moves to have the body movement. The display of the work will be changed, and the shades of the visual will be transformed into the movement of the pixels. And also when the people moves more dynamic in front of the painting, in front of the artwork, the display will also become more dynamic. So when people leave from this area of the artwork, the display return back to the original status. This is called the hidden dynamism, that we let the viewer to discover the dynamism hidden in the painting by himself. Okay. So I still have 2 minutes left. I have brought another piece of work, which is a very great work made by a famous artist in Taipei. And this piece of work has been presented, exhibited in the Palace Museum in Taipei, and also has won many awards internationally. So if we have time to go through this video, I would really love to have everyone here to have a look. This artist is called Lin Junqing. He has been doing new media art all his life. And this piece of work is called Dwelling in the Fuchun Mountains. this part is designed for the viewers to participate in the games, to paint and experience the ink painting by themselves.
The language they are talking in is the dialect in Taiwan.
So why we show this, that this work represents nowadays the most high level. We can consider that as the highest, most well-known new media art in China. But of course, I believe that there are a lot of other new forms of technologies can be applied to interpret art. So that's why within our Opal we are trying to do all kinds of experiments by using different kind of technologies. And some of our works are, I think, is just at the experimental stage, not so mature as the last one you saw, but this is the beginning of the development, and we are still trying to improve these works, and we appreciate to have your comments and feedbacks, and maybe possible collaborations in future. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.